Welcome to our show, Voice of Community. I'm your host, Shivani Raj. For today's show, we have Sri Nihal, a 13-year-old schoolboy who has been awarded the CNN Heroes Young Wonder Honor in a New York City ceremony, televised on CNN on December of 12th. The prize was awarded in recognition of Nihal's exemplary environmental work with his non-profit Recycle My Battery. Founded in 2019 when Nihal was just 10 years old, the non-profit has made significant progress and expanded far beyond the borders of Nihal's hometown of Edison, New Jersey. With the help of a growing 300 strong team of volunteers, school kids, the organization installs free-to-use battery recycling bins in schools and other public locations. So without any further delay, let's welcome Nihal on our show. Hello Nihal, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am good. Thank you so much. First of all, Nihal, it's indeed an honor for me, for you to come onto our show. First of all, thank you so much. And
Yeah,
secondly, how
thank
does
you.
it feel now that you have been awarded now that you've been awarded CNN Heroes Young Honor Award? How does it feel?
I feel like really happy that I have been awarded this year in Young Wonder because, firstly, at the event, I was able to meet like many celebrities like Anderson Cooper, take photos with them, and explain about my initiative. I was able to meet like all of the 10 heroes and the other Young Wonder and get to know about what they were doing and got to spread awareness about my organization as well. Also, most importantly, I'm very excited that this opportunity will help us spread more awareness to even more people around the world, and will help us onboard more
Yes.
kids. So this way we can help our goal. Yeah.
And how did you get that idea, that such an amazing idea at such a young age? What made you think of your startup?
So basically, I'm gonna talk about my journey, how it all began, and how I even started recycling my battery. So my journey all began when I was just a 10-year-old boy. I always wanted to start my own organization. I always kept on asking my dad that I wanted to start my organization. He kept on pushing me off by saying no, as I was too young to start my own organization. 10 years old, I wouldn't be able to manage my own organization. So that is when I saw something on the news which devastated me. A lithium ion battery completely exploded in a waste disposal plant in California. It caused unimaginable damage. It costed millions of dollars worth of damage. I clearly remember watching all the chaos and everything occur on the day of my birthday, and it was super scary to see. So after seeing this on the news, I felt very angry that nobody was even taking action after seeing something very devastating like this occur on the news. And I also felt very sad that our Mother Earth had to go through all this pressure. So after seeing this on the news, I decided to do some more research and I learned that over 15 billion batteries are carelessly thrown away each year worldwide, and only 1% of the people around the world know about the battery recycling process. So after I told my dad about all of this, my dad said that I had to do something about this to help our Mother Earth. So that is when I started recycling my battery to bring more and more awareness to people about the importance of recycling used batteries. So hopefully we can bring down the 15 billion batteries being thrown away each year worldwide to zero, so we can make our Earth a better place to live. So that is how it all started.
Okay, so basically it all started on your birthday, if I'm not wrong. So, Nihal, can you tell us how does your organization exactly work? I researched a little about it, and it also said that you have 300 of your school, volunteers who, willingly come and volunteer. So, can you explain a little about how does this work?
Yeah, so let me talk about like how our organization works. So our organization is basically dedicated to educating the youth primarily and educating all of the people about the importance of recycling used batteries and also giving them battery bins so they can get an opportunity to recycle their used batteries. So let me explain how it all works. Thanks to the help and support of Call to Recycle, which is the nation's largest battery recycling organization, they came forward to support us and they're giving us battery bins for free. So first, we place the battery bins in the public locations like the stores, offices, leasing offices, etc. So then the people take their used batteries and recycle the batteries properly after we educate them. Then, once the battery bin is full, we take the battery bin, me or another member of our organization, do a small inspection of the battery bin to make sure that it is good. And all the batteries are terminal protected properly, so no small little fire accident occurs during transportation back. So that is when we ship the battery bin back to the recycling facility. So our organization, the process is basically when we place the battery bin in a local store or facility, then the people recycle their batteries properly, and we ship those battery bins back to the recycling facility. So our main goal is to just educate the youth and bring more awareness to the people about the importance of recycling used batteries, and also giving them an opportunity to recycle the batteries properly. Thanks to the help and support of Caught to Recycle.
Yes. So, Nihal, you did also tell that you were only 10 years old when you started this. So, can you tell me how exactly did your parents support it? And, was the reaction? They were like, oh my God, were they like, oh my God, you're only 10 years, don't worry about it? Or did they like come support you and be like, oh no, Nihal, we understand it. So, what was their reaction?
So basically, at first, they obviously pushed me off, and they said like, I'm too young to start my own organization. I can't even manage my own organization. So after I kept on bugging my dad and my mom, and after I showed them all of the statistics on batteries, then they finally started supporting me, and they were like, they're surprised because they used to throw their batteries in the trash as well before I even brought up the fact that throwing batteries in the trash is really dangerous. So they were like really surprised, and they came forward to support me. So my dad and my mom helped me a lot in starting the organization and spreading the awareness to their friends. So then that's how it started
Yes.
up. So they played a huge role in helping me start the organization.
So Nihal, how was your friend's reaction? Like, did your friends ever be like, what was your friend's reaction? What was your teacher's reaction? Did you talk about them? Did you take their inputs, about how they do? What kind of help did your friends give?
My friends and my teachers didn't know about the process, right? Because, like I mentioned before, only 1% of the people around the world know about the proper battery recycling process. So, after I started, I just told my friends and teachers about this. They all supported me. So, a few of my friends started joining our organization, and they started helping us out as well. Most importantly, funny fact, all my friends and teachers at school call me Battery Boy. Because all my friends call me Battery Boy, some of my teachers started calling me Battery Boy as well. For example, at the end of the marking period, for example, when like semester, when we're changing seats, like in a
Yeah.
classroom, the teachers say, "Battery boy, you sitting over here." So they call me battery boy, but they call me battery boy whenever like I have to sit somewhere. Or yeah, so the teachers started picking up that and started calling me battery boy as well.
Yes, that's actually a funny story. Nihal, I want to know, like, from where did you get this interest? When I was your age, I was only interested in Pokemon. I only wanted to watch Pokemon. So,
Okay, yeah, I
so
same with
what
me.
made you interested in batteries? Like, so you are interested, you're still interested in Pokemon, but
No, I
still,
don't
you
watch it
still do
anymore.
such
Like
an
I used to
amazing
watch it
work.
when I was like young.
So yeah, so what made you interested in was it physics or was it like the environment? You did talk about how you watched a documentary and it broke your heart. But still,
Yeah,
we watch like many kids around that age watch documentaries, but they don't take the step that you took. So what
yeah.
exactly made you make the move?
So basically, like, I love science. Science is like my favorite subject. Environmental science, physics, chemistry, you name it. Everything I really liked. So I used to study science, read encyclopedias all the time before I even started that. I also learned about the environment and all of the plastic pollution and all of the environmental factors which is occurring before I even watched the news. So after I watched the news and did some more research about environmental science, I learned about all of the harmful factors which are occurring to our Mother Earth. So that is when, like, after doing lots of research and learning that not that many people know about the battery recycling process and learning about what batteries even are and like the chemicals inside of them, I then realized that like the earth would be in so much danger if these batteries were thrown away all the time. I even imagine in my brain like this battery contains so many flammable materials. How would the effect on earth be like if one battery is just thrown away? like I also imagine in my mind while I watch the news. So that's how I got my interest in batteries, and that's how I wanted to change the earth. Yeah, so I love so to just
That
sum this question up, I always loved science. I loved environmental science because I always like to study environmental science. So that's when I got my interest in batteries after I watched it and doing some research.
you did tell us the journey. Can you tell us exactly what are your future plans? Like, what do you want to do
Okay.
next with this organization? Yeah.
So my future goal, you guessed it, it's to bring down the 15 billion batteries being thrown away each year worldwide to zero. Because that's my ultimate goal for this organization. I will not stop until I achieve that goal. Also, my next goal is like something not related to this organization. I want to make my own eco-friendly battery, which uses eco-friendly chemicals, materials. And they use sustainable materials, so you can just throw the battery away into the trash, as it's that eco-friendly. And it won't be that flammable. So that's my other goal, which I want to do. So when I learn more
Yes.
engineering and learn more science, I will be able to like put this into effect.
Exactly. So, what do you want to like once you graduate from high school? So, what do you want to do in college? What subjects do you want to take up? And what's like, what is your greatest ambition apart from creating your own batteries? I'm sure you want to be a scientist, sort of physicist. What do you want to be?
Yeah. So I want to go into the field of science when I'm in college. So I want to study environmental science and like I want to learn more about climate change, the earth, the waters, all that stuff. So I want to learn more environmental science so I can use all of that knowledge on this organization and the eco-friendly battery because I want to gain more knowledge in college and high school about this.
Nihal, can you tell me the story about what was the reaction? What was your parents' reaction when you were invited for the CNN Heroes and when you got awarded? Can you tell me when did you get to know that, oh my God, you're getting invited to CNN Heroes?
Yeah. So basically, CNN has been monitoring my work for like over a year now. I never knew that. So a few months ago, it all started like 3 months ago. I got a call from CNN, and CNN said that they might consider me a young wonder, and they want to shoot with me and do an interview with me and all that stuff about my organization. So after I got to know that, I quickly rushed and told my parents, and they were like really, really excited. Like they were just overwhelmed because I got an opportunity from CNN, as it's really, really as it's like really hard, extremely hard to get an opportunity from CNN, right? The world's biggest news network. So
Yes.
I was like overwhelmed, and I was like, I kept on thinking that it was a dream, and my parents were like also overwhelmed, and they were like really excited as well. So I was really excited after I got to know after that phone call that I was going to be considered a young wonder for this year. So I was really excited.
Yes. Yes, that is so great. So, Nihal, are there any plans of you coming to India and maybe, growing this organization here in India too?
So like I haven't came to India in the last 4 years. So I have plans of coming this summer, like coming to India. So maybe when I come to India, I might try to partner with the battery recycling organizations there, go visit the governments to talk to them about this organization, and hopefully do battery drives like how we do battery drives here in the USA with our members. Hopefully onboard my members and start doing battery drives in India with my 2 month visit. So I can meet all of the kids in India. I can talk to them. I can teach them. I can also do more battery drives there as well. And also, I can reach out to the Andhra Pradesh and Telangana governments about this so that we can start placing battery bins all there and hopefully in all of the other states as well. So I'm gonna spend most of my time in India by trying to spread awareness to more kids and trying to partner with as many battery recycling organizations as possible and starting to do battery drives.
Yes. So, Nihal, was your reaction? How did you feel when you got the award? And, what was your personal feeling? Like, where you like, oh my God, I've achieved something, great. Were you proud of yourself? What was your parents' reaction, the day you got the reward?
So my parents are really, really proud of me. And also, like, when I went up on stage, like, I was kind of nervous of meeting Anderson Cooper, like a really big celebrity. And also at the same time, I was really excited as well because I was really excited to be meeting and shaking hands with the actual Anderson Cooper celebrity. So I was really happy. And of course, I don't get all the credit. I give some of the credit to my parents, all of the Recycle My Battery parents, the teachers, my friends, and all of the 300 plus members who continuously supported me and my organization from the very beginning. So I don't take all the credit. I give the credit to everybody who supported me from the very beginning.
So Nihal, after you got the award, what was the reaction with your friends? Like how did your friends and teachers react when you get back? When you got back to school, were they all like, "Oh my God, Nihal is a celebrity now. He was in
So
CNN,"
like
or what exactly happened in your school?
so after that, not that many people watched it as like it was live, but after it was officially published in CNN like last weekend, friends started watching it. Yesterday, like about 5, 6 friends watched it. They put it on their Snapchat, Instagram stories, like that I was on CNN, and that's how many people in my store know about this now. So today, many people came up to me and said like, "Oh, you were in CNN. I saw you on CNN. Good job." Like many people now know about it because like they started. Like 5, 6 friends posted it on their stories. So now a lot of people saw it now. So recently, people got to know about that.
Yes.
And people and teachers got to know about the CNN thing. Because it wasn't like published, officially published. Like, it was live, so like not that many people got the chance to watch it in my store. But then once it was published, and then they got the chance to know and learn about it. Because when you just search up my name, then it will come up. And
It
when
was
you go
like
on
boom,
CNN,
everybody knows now.
yeah, yeah. And my social studies teacher, she was speechless. She was speechless after seeing the news.
I'm sure. I think they're really proud. I think the teachers were like, "Oh my God, my student has done something." Either
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course, they'll be super proud. So Nihal, can you talk a little about your partnerships with, the schools, non-profits, and all the other policymakers in Canada? I've heard that your partnership goes to till Canada. So how do you go and approach them? How do you explain? How do you personally go and explain the students about how dangerous batteries are if they are not properly recycled? How do you do that?
So mainly like social media, like since the lockdown and the coronavirus pandemic, social media has been number one because everybody's on social media. So I do like educational blogs, post them all around social media, talk about battery recycling so we can educate more people. So social media is our number one like cause on how we expand our organization. So that is how more more companies like come in contact with us after seeing us on social media. We do interviews, we talk to them, and then that's how we partnered with them. So social media is our number one main cause, main source of our growth. We have partnered with over 300 plus schools, and that is how like more schools came to support us and asked me to educate their kids. Social media has helped us a lot.
So Nihal, how do you explain to students? I'm pretty sure, like even I didn't. I'll be very honest. Up until this interview, I didn't really know that there is something called as battery recycling, and how I also googled something about battery recycling, and I saw how dangerous it is for our nature. So how do you go explain to the students? Maybe some are younger than you. So do you go talk to them personally? Do you have a one-on-one session with the students, or do you do it via Zoom, or what's the whole process like?
So basically, this is the process how I explain to kids. So basically, in the very beginning, I came up with like a kid-friendly presentation where like I have many questions. I talk about the solution, about how batteries are really harmful for our Mother Earth. I talked about the alternative solutions and what we do, awards, everything. So we have a presentation which use to talk to all of the kids. So that's how the kids listen, and that's how they learn quickly because we have a very kid-friendly presentation. This presentation has a lot of information about pollution, how batteries are not supposed to go to landfills. So all of that information is what we use to educate our youth and bring more youth to our organization.
Yes. So Nihal, can you talk a little about who is like your core team where in your organization? How do you work with exactly? Do you work with your parents, or do you have any others that you want to mention them in the show?
So basically, I worked with my parents obviously because I can't do this by myself. They helped me a lot in like building the website and all that stuff. So yeah, thanks to them. And we have like about 10 plus advisors who are helping us out in the research. Like they're college professors who are helping us out in the research and teaching us kids more about the about battery recycling and climate change in general. And they're helping us spread the outreach in their universities or and beyond and to more organizations. So those advisors are supporting us, and thanks to all of the R&B parents, all of the parents are helping us out in the outreach as well. and all of the Recycle My Battery kids are helping us out in like the outreach, placing battery bins, educating more kids, etc. So there's a lot of people who are helping us out.
Yes. Now, Nihal, for a minute, let's put everything aside and let's talk about you. So, can you tell a little about yourself? What do you like and what do you do? Can you tell us your daily routine, maybe?
So basically, daily routine. I wake up, I like go to school. Like I spend most of my day in school. This is on a typical weekday, right? So I spend 7 hours in school, come back, take like a 10-20 minute break, watch TV, something like that, because all kids do that. And then like I do my school homework, study for an upcoming test or something. And then if I have time, I work on recycling my battery. Typically on the weekend, usually on the weekend, I work on recycling my battery, as I don't have that much time. Yeah, but on the weekdays, I do the little did you know facts, so all the kids can learn more, and I do blogs. So blogs about not only batteries, climate change in general. So like we can educate our youth about how precious our Earth is and how we need to save our Earth before it's too late.
Yes. Nihal, can you tell me? I don't want to bring it up again and again that you're just a 13-year-old, but still, I want to know, after speaking to you for more than 30 minutes now, I myself feel so motivated. So, can you tell me how are you so motivated all the time?
Like my parents, they always like my parents, the advisors, all these celebrities, they all motivate me to do more. Because after getting these awards, like after winning all these awards, they just basically motivate me to do more work. Because I know I always think in my mind whenever I get an award like the CNN Young Wonder that I have to do more work to expand our organization even further. Because this is all not enough. We still have a long way to go. So I always think that we have to do more. So all of these awards and all of the advice which I get from celebrities and the advisors all motivates me to do more work, and that all motivates all of the members as well.
Yes. So Nihal, can you tell me, what do you do in your free time? And apart from recycling and apart from, the things that you do, what are some things like as a kid that you do? And maybe
Okay.
do you go out with your friends? Maybe get some McDonald's. What is something that you do?
No, like we don't do that because the McDonald's is far away. But like other than that, like since it's like winter here right now, we don't like really go outside. It's really cold right now. It's not that cold. It's mild. So like we don't go outside. It's cold temperatures to play games like soccer. But I like drawing. I like to draw like gods or draw like normal figures. I also like to do geography because I have a lot of knowledge in like the world and the capitals of countries, states, etc. And like a typical kid would do, play video games. Sometimes I play video games with my friends.
That is great. That is so sweet. So Nihal, can you, let's say that I'm a kid.
Okay.
Imagine that I'm a kid
Okay.
and I don't really know anything about battery recycling. So can you give a small 2-minute presentation to me? Like just tell me, explain it to me virtually.
So basically, you want me to give you a 2 minute presentation about batteries?
Yeah, just like talk a
Okay.
little about batteries. Yeah.
Okay. So let me talk about why you should not throw batteries away into the trash. Imagine you throw a battery away. That single battery is linked to fires, pollution, contamination, you name it. So many types of pollution is linked to just one battery which you throw away. So that's why you should never throw batteries into the trash, as batteries contain so many toxic chemicals and they could cause contamination of the water, soil, etc. So basically, when you throw a battery away, it can go to the landfill. And when it goes to the landfill, the chemicals leak out of the battery and they leak underground, causing contamination of the soil and water. That is why you're harming many animals without even knowing. The animals which go into the water for a drink, the contaminated water, or eat the plants growing on the contaminated soil, they all are at risk of disease or extinct or death because they're eating so many toxic foods or drinking toxic water. So it's really bad. Even we are at risk, where sometimes we are accidentally drinking or indigesting the contaminated food and water which is coming from these batteries. That's why we're also at risk of getting like harmful diseases and harmful poisonous reactions like food poisoning or something. So so it's really bad. Also, batteries have many flammable materials inside of them. So, did you know that batteries sometimes contain 20% of the energy left after the battery is dead? So, when you throw a battery away, it could easily explode, burning down the entire landfill, leading to air pollution. So if you don't want all this to happen, and if you want a clean earth and a happy earth, you can start by recycling your used batteries properly. You can start by educating your friends at a birthday party, for example, about the importance of recycling used batteries. Or you can educate your friends, your family, your other people you see about the importance of recycling used batteries. We are all in this together. I can't do this by myself. I will need the help and support of so many other young volunteers like you. So this way, we can help to make a change. If I can make the earth a better place to live, you can. If you can make the earth a better place to live, we all can. Remember this slogan whenever before you even throw a battery into the trash or whenever you go to educate more people.
That is indeed so beautiful, Nihal. I think it was actually very motivational. Finally, Nihal, is there anything that you want to say to the viewers watching the show right now? Any personal message?
So basically, I want all of you, so all the kids who are watching this right now, I want all of you guys to go out and become change makers. A change maker is nothing but like doing something good to make a change to make our earth a better place to live. It doesn't have to be about the environment. It could be about anything in general to help make a change. So you guys can do anything. Like for example, if you see a used battery on the floor, pick it up and recycle it properly. That automatically makes you a change maker because you're trying to make a change to make our earth a better place to live. So kids, I see a future in every one of you. I want you guys to either join an existing organization to help make a change, or if you're interested in battery recycling, you can help us out by joining our organization. Also, please do recycle your used batteries properly for a better tomorrow, so we can make our earth a better place to live. If you want a better and cleaner earth for us and all of the animals, it's time we act now.
Thank you, Nihal. It was lovely having you on our show. Thank you for the viewers for tuning in. You're watching Sakshi TV with me, Shivani Raj.